Hi everyone, I'm in Watampone in Bone, and I decided to rent out the traditional Bugis outfit. So I'm just gonna go and take photos. I'm Laluka and welcome to my channel, Laluka. So this is Museum La Pawawoi. It used to be the palace, but yeah, there's a museum there, but I'm just gonna take photos in front of it. So the museum's not open yet, so I just took some photos. The owner of the place that I'm staying at was very nice and took photos of me. But yeah, here's the back. As you can see, the number of the sections of the gable, it's called Timpat Laja, denotes what your rank is. So this one has 5, so it's the king's palace. And there's a buffalo head at the top. So when you go further into Bugis country, like their palaces are more humble and more modest. There's a statue of Arung Palakka, a former ruler of Bone. Everyone's like, go and see the statue of Arung Palakka. He's a very important historical figure for this area. He sided with the Dutch against Makassar, and the Dutch and Arung Palakka won. So over there is the Kabupaten offices. So Kabupaten's kind of like local government area. And over there is the Arajang museum. So it has like the heirlooms and things from the kingdom in here. It's not open all the time. But yeah, I think these buildings are old. During Dutch East, in these times, I'm not too sure. They said that it was. I'm very sad because right here used to be a historic building. Unfortunately, Bola Soba was burnt down in 2021, and this is the only part that remains. Over there is another traditional house of Bone, but yeah, I'm so sad to see this one gone because that one was very old. So apparently they're going to rebuild Bola Soba, but a bit more further out. They have to get the wood from Kalimantan. And yeah, so far I don't think there has been too much progress on it, but hopefully they do get it rebuilt. But yeah, very sad. I really hope I can visit the museum later. The caretaker's away, so I'm not too sure if they'll come back, but I will try later on to see. If not, it's okay. Over there is a cute little old church. It's actually not too far from my accommodation. So over there is the mosque that's shaped like a Songkok Recca or a Songkok Bone. So the Songkok Bone is the traditional hat that I'm wearing of this area, the Bone area. So yeah, it's like a really unique shape. It's really cool. Let's go over there. It's actually a really important site for the pre-Islamic Bugis people. So the pre-Islamic Bugis people believed in the To Manurung. So they came from the heavens above, and there were also some that were from the underwater world. And they came to earth, and usually they became the first great rulers of the Bugis nations. So this site is the site of To Manurung Matajang of Bone. So he was the first Mangkao or ruler of Bone, and he was a To Manurung, so from the skies. So this is the site where the To Manurung discussed with the people of Bone about becoming the leader. So this is the legend. So apparently back in the day, the Bone people were living in a really rough time. There were lots of natural disasters and conflicts going on, and there was like 7 villages that were like fighting each other over who would become the main leader. And then suddenly there was a sign or something in the sky, and then this man in all white suddenly appeared. And then they asked him to become their leader because, wow, if someone just came out of nowhere, like after thunder and lightning, how exciting. They must be like special. And then he was like, oh, no, I'm just a servant. And then he took them to his leader. And there was where they met the To Manurung. And yeah, and that's the site where they discussed like for him to become the Mangkao of Bone. So yeah, it's like really, really interesting. I actually can't believe that they still have that site. So now I'm gonna return back to the place where I rented out this traditional outfit because it's so hot. So I'm finally in the museum, Museum La Pawawoi. So the museum is named after La Pawawoi, but actually the first ruler that lived here was Andi Mapanyuki. So this is La Pawawoi, and these are photos of him when he was captured by the Dutch. And this is him in the Bandung, yeah? And this is him in Bandung, and he passed away in Bandung. Kesian ya, tidak pulang kembali. Wow, here's some traditional or historic weapons of Bone. They're like maybe around 200 years ago, 200 years old. But there's a shield yao untuk, and swords, and keris atau badik. Keris. So that's an urn, and this one drinks and food. Like to put food and drinks in. So this is a replica of Arung Palakka's crown, but that is his original stamp. So this is from the Dutch, and it was given to Bone, so it's kind of like a gift. These are the instruments that the bissu priests used to use. So this is the umbrella of the king, the royal umbrella, and this goes at the top, but the umbrella's not here because they're fixing it up. These are some other items that the bissu priests use in their ceremonies. Here's the original family tree of the royal family of Bone. So these are containers. This one's for clothes, for food, for drink and clothes. Oh wow, really cool. Like Bugis people can't do this anymore. Orang Bugis tidak bisa bikin begini lagi. Like yeah, Bugis people can't make that anymore, which is sad because it looks really good. Here are some traditional historic hats. Here is some old money, some from the Dutch East Indies time, some from the Japanese occupation, and some older Indonesian ones. This is the wonderful museum. Yeah, Museum La Pawawoi was amazing. Like, oh, I learned so much. The guide there, he was really informative, and it felt so good to look at these Bugis treasures because there's actually not too many Bugis treasures left in the world. So yeah, it was actually so amazing. So that building there is called Museum La Pawawoi, but the actual first owner was La Mapanyuki. So now we're going to the place where La Pawawoi actually lived, and his palace is still over there. So apparently they called that one La Pawawoi because at the time when they inaugurated that museum, he became like an Indonesian national hero. So they just called it La Pawawoi. But yeah, technically the first ruler that lived there was La Mapanyuki. But yeah, we are going now to La Pawawoi's actual palace that he lived in. Yeah, so over there is the palace where La Pawawoi used to live. Look at the beautiful carvings. Apparently inside it's got really unique carvings, or like beautiful carvings or the interiors as well.